Okay, so this video is meant to go through with you how to graph in Google Sheets. So you should have already done your experiment. You have your data set. I have my independent values, my dependent values. And so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to highlight and then go over here and insert chart. If you do not have all of these icons, the other way you can do this is insert from here. Okay, so you're going to insert your chart and it automatically defaults to this like column chart. We're never going to use a column chart, so we are going to come over here and instead select, scroll down, scatter. And we're going to get our basic scatter plot of our x versus y values. Now we need to go ahead and customize these things. Oh, the other important thing is it may or may not default, but you need to have this checked. Use column B as labels. Okay, we're going to go ahead and customize this, and here's where you're going to add all your bells and whistles and make it into a quality graph. So our chart style, this is where you can say like, hey, I want to have like a soft yellow background, and you can change your theme in terms of your font. You can say, I would like to have blue as my border, etc. So that's kind of how you jazz it up a little bit. Chart axes and titles. So you have 4 different things that you can name. So we're going to always give it a chart title. So I'm going to call this my practice graph. And again, you can change your font, your color, etc. You always want to give it a title. Not so much concerned about chart subtitle. Horizontal axis, you do want to label this. So I'm just going to call this my horizontal axis. I can't spell. You would clearly want to say like, this is my time in seconds, this is my mass in kilograms, things like that. And then this is my vertical. Okay, so you would give it whatever standard name. Again, you can change the colors and font, blah, blah, blah. So you're going to add those. Then you're going to come here to series. And again, you can jazz this up. You can change the color. You can say like, hey, I really like diamonds, etc. Now, this is something we're going to often do is we're going to add a trend line. So there are times when you are tasked with adding a trend line. This is how you get to it. Again, this is under the series tab. You're going to scroll down, click trend line. And you're going to get a bunch of options. It always defaults to linear. And really in this class, there's 2 types of fits we're going to see. We're going to see linear, and then we're going to see a power series. Exponential is when it's the equation is like y equals e to the x. We will never see that trend in this class, in this level of physics. Polynomial is going to be when you have an equation that is a y equals m or ax plus bx squared plus cx cubed, where there's multiple dependencies. Again, we're not going to necessarily look at that kind of a fit. Logarithmic, there are definitely some logarithmic trends in physics, but we will not be exposed to them. The other one we're going to see a lot is the power series. And a power series is when you have the variable raised to a power. So this is going to be like y equals x cubed, y equals x squared, or y equals x to the -1, which is just an inverse graph, okay? So the 2 options really you're going to pick from are linear and then the power series. So this is clearly not a linear fit, and I'm going to say a power series. And again, you get some options of that. And the other thing we're going to do is the label. I want you to put the equation in. And so this is essentially saying that this fit is equal to 0.917x cubed, not x cubed, it's actually x to the power of 3.04. So really, it's almost like an x cubed function. Okay? And you can kind of move where that is by clicking on legend. You can say, oh, I want it to the right, etc. But again, that is the equation for this best fit line. It's a y equals, and this is just like a slope kind of like an m value, but it's x to the power of 3.04. So this is kind of a cubed function. And then you get the option to kind of play around with your horizontal axis and your vertical axis, etc. You can jazz it up with grid lines. Sometimes these get kind of busy though. So that is how to make a basic graph. I want to show you just kind of the other ways. Again, here I've already made the graph. I want to just show you the trend line on this one. So I'm going to click Edit Chart. Again, customize. We're going to go to series, scroll down, add a trend line. And this one, it's pretty much a linear fit. And if I, again, choose my label, I'm going to use an equation. And you can see that for this one, the equation of this line, it's like a y equals mx plus b. In this case right here, 4.97 is my m, and this is my b. Like this would be my y-intercept. I want to show you one other one. So again, I have my data here. I am going to add my trend line, so edit chart. I'm going to come over here to customize, series, trend line. Not a linear fit. So again, guys, our other option is going to be a power series. So we're going to click on power series, and that fits nicely. Let's look at what the actual equation is. And this is definitely a power to y equals mx to the power of -1, which is the same as y is equal to 1 over x. So this is the inverse function. Okay, so hopefully that gives you a little bit of practice in how to graph in Google Sheets.